Hey, what up? Like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. So my sex magic video is getting more views than my other ones, obviously, because it has the word sex in it. You guys are perverts. No, just kidding. But I was gonna make a second one just because I wanted to talk about that as a development in my life. And like I said in that video, like it's such a good way to charge your body and like clear out lower frequencies and get the ball rolling and stuff. Um, but recently it like so that really helped me diagnose some of these some that like diagnose some of these lower frequencies and these lower energies that were messing with me and help them release and stuff. But now my guides are like, okay, now that we've gotten to this point, now you just need to stop altogether. And like, that's the next step of like your willpower and being able to, cause like I was still going around and like if I'd see a really hot girl or like a hot guy or whatever, I would think about them and like have some like sexual thoughts come in, and like again, if you're in the state of observance, you realize that those thoughts aren't really you, but the ultimate objective is to be, and be completely. And if those sexual thoughts are kind of like pulling you away from the moment, then that's still something that you can work on. And now they're like, okay, uh now just quit doing that altogether and master that part of you. And this whole journey, it's really been finding things like individual thought processes or like stepping stones of like the spiritual progress and the spiritual journey, and accomplishing those tasks and then coming to a new one and growing more and more, and that's kind of what they told me is like you can become the best version of yourself in a shorter amount of time if you give that up and like show your real willpower, and your how really enlightened you are, and just give that up completely. And it's such a hard one to do because I know there's so many like spiritual hippie beings out there that are all like free love and like let's just have sex all the time and whatever, but it really, even if you don't think that that's a problem, and really it's up to the individual too, but I think you can really show how strong-minded you are by giving that up, and that's what I'm doing right now too. Um, but what they like, all you guys that are watching this are probably just like, oh, what the hell? We want to have sex, and like, I'm like, part of me is like that too, but at the same time, some of these ascended masters, they talk about if you really want to grow into the non-physical, then you need to detach from these like physical sensations, or detach from the orgasm, and detach from that the passionate calling of like another physical body on yours, and because once you detach more and more from these physical sensations, that's when you can have more and more non-physical sensations. And I also wanted to say, like, and that's the point that these ETs and these angels want you to get to, because in these higher dimensions, they still have sex and they still have a lot of fun with each other and stuff, so let that be kind of like a cherry on top of, and not like really a goal, but just know that you're not going to be missing out. And that was kind of one thing that I was like, when they were telling me this, I was just like, oh, come on. Like, but at the end of the road, it's about being able to come out of your body and like experience things on the higher planes without the physical, and that's what I'm trying to get to right now. But yeah, like I said, they're all still very playful, and they want to have that time and like share that space with you. And like, why not? If everything in those higher dimensions, it's just like love energy and playful, like joyful happiness. Sex is just another part of it. And I don't, I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm sure like sex in the astral body is like a lot better. That's what I'm guessing, because like I'm imagining, I've astral projected a few times, but I'm imagining like you can probably play with energy, and like I've been able to remote view it sometimes when I've been doing this sex magic before, and it's amazing to see it through remote viewing. But I'm thinking like if you're astral projecting and you're doing it in your astral body, it's probably like 10 times more intense, and you can see, I just imagine like this huge like wave of light, and like you painting with light and stuff too. That makes me think of this one time I was with a friend of mine, and it was like first when I was starting to see auras for the first time, and he talked about like this his twin flame, and right as he said that, I saw all these like mini hearts appear all around him. They were like these, it was the cutest fucking thing in the world. It was like all these millions of little like red hearts appeared all around him, and it was just like crazy. But stuff like that, if you're doing it in your astral body, um, I'm sure you can like paint with color and light and energy and frequency in a way that's like unimaginable by just doing it in the physical. And like all these yogis, they talk about how like if we've been incarnated so many times before, like how many times have we been chasing that physical sensation of sex, and like how many lives have we like wasted on like sex alone, or how many lives have we had a sex addiction, or um I don't know. It's just, that's just such a deeply rooted desire in like everybody, because it's ingrained into like our DNA, and like the reproductive system in general. But yeah, guys, keep that in mind. There's so much more fun to be had out there in the universe, and so many more beings to explore that with. So, yeah, like and subscribe. Bye.